Alright, so we are back with more Outer Worlds. We are finally going to end the game. It's time to go to Tartarus. Tartarus is... So, quick recap.
Good to see you, boss.
We got the lost ship that brought all the colonists over. We brought that over. We tried to help Phineas, but he got raided and has been sent to prison. So we are now going to prison. We're about to assault the labyrinth on Tartarus and determine the fate of the Halcyon colony. If there's anything you want to do before you enter prison, do it now. I'd like to cross the point of no return. I have no side quests, right? Oh, yeah. I botched that by shooting her in the face, but it was worth it. To Tartarus. We're going to go to Tartarus, and Lotus Juice is going to play in the background, and it's going to play the battle for everyone's souls.
We have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution.
That's fine.
Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Anything useful about Tartarus?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain.
Thank you,
I would
Ada.
also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
Nice try, but not happening.
Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you return, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Okay.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
Okay. How long will that take?
I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot.
Oh, wow, he's got a brain.
That'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead.
How do I know you're a real officer under that helmet anyway? Show me your biometric ID.
All right. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartarus
Idiot.
Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
All
I
right.
request you do not wake me if...
Okay. Well, I now have a disguise available for my hollow disguise kit. Let's get going. Bring Vicar, Max, and Parvati with me. They seem like they'd be good in prison. Well, maybe not Parvati. He might not be so good in prison, but see her. Seriously. Vicar Max has already been here, so, you know. Hiccups.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's
What was
ours.
that?
The board will never own.
Oh, wow.
Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardat.
Junlei. Junlei has sent help. You shot me. Well, I can't just let Junlei's friends die.
What's that noise?
Here we go.
Oh, wow. That guy took no damage. Then I, like, died in half a second. Surprising. Very surprising. Alright, they certainly made the enemies strong here. Now, do I shoot my way through, or do I dialogue my way through? I kind of want to shoot my way through, since Junlei is nice enough to...
Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardak.
to help out, you know what I mean? Stealth kills. Well, as long as they don't realize I'm the one doing it and don't fight back, then it's the perfect plan, right? People in here, huh? We're just gonna sneak kill everyone. I really don't need this ammo, but I've got it anyway. Thanks for the money, idiot! You're dead. It's like everyone else is gonna be soon. Nothing any good. Nah. I'm also walking around seeing if there's like anything interesting to look at in here. Doesn't seem like it.
Shines on us today.
That guy looked over and was like, what the fuck? Since they threatened me, I feel like they should all die. I have nothing to fear if everyone's dead.
That's clever.
What do you got hiding in here? Anything I want? Lots of ammo. Drugs. Who doesn't love drugs, right, chat? A big old machine gun. Dun 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 dun. Ba 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 ba. Ba bum bum ba bum. Na 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 na. Dun 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 dun. They don't want me in here, so I want to go in here. Ah, this is the sneaky way. But we're being sneaky, right? Nobody knows we're here, because anybody that would have known is dead.
They call this place the Labyrinth. Perhaps we should all meditate on that as we make our descent.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system.
The labyrinth, huh? Wonder if it'll be an actual labyrinth, or if they call it that just because...
I suppose it would be too late to back out now, huh? Fear not, Captain. I'll watch your back.
Oh, it was too late to back out the second that I shot the bored woman in the face multiple times with disintegrating bullets, so, you know. Our decision was made a long time. It's quite a few.
Suspicious data not found.
Kill 'em all, Peter.
Fight on our hands.
That's the last of them.
Remember, chat, if instead of Uncle Ben saying, with great power comes great responsibility, he said, kill them all, Peter, would have made for a very different game, Spider-Man. Very different game of Spider-Man. Oh no, he found a body.
You get tired of patrolling? Got to go.
Yeah, I got tired of patrolling. I know that you do, so do I. Don't worry, bud. Howdy. You need to go elsewhere, mister, so that I can kill that trooper. Ooh. Suspicious man over there. Uh-oh.
Make quite a team, my friend.
Hey there, what's up? You know, this technique is working really well. I'm glad we've discovered it. Right, chat? Sir, I'm gonna need you to still. Cheese? It's not really cheese, it's just stealth. It's not even really stealth, it's just working really well. It's murder. We'll call it what it is. It's murder. Very efficient murder. Yeah, there's just a bunch of robots down there. I don't care about killing robots. Robots can be reprogrammed and become useful. I need to... People, on the other hand, those guys are probably just bored stooges for life, so they're not going to be useful. Instead, they're going to be dead. This open? It does. Well, look at that. Some vendors. How lovely. Don't need that, 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 don't need that. Most of this stuff is stuff I will never need. That stuff I'm keeping for stat stuff. Tinker. Make it better. Better. Oh, I don't have the money for it. Wow, I never thought I wouldn't have the money for something. to the pit. All right, chat, feel free to say it.
Back to the pit.
Quality scaling. Well, the scaling's actually quite good. This game. Like, the enemies mowed me the fuck down when they knew that I was here, so I made sure they don't know I'm here now. Storage manifest, what do we got? In, dimethyl sulfoxide canisters. Out, straitjackets, riot batons, ballistic vests. In, hibernation chamber. Out, indoctrination pamphlets. In, forced pacification system refills, hibernation chamber, and material storage and shipping. Labyrinth storage terminal. Note from your favorite warden. Please do not leave perishables in here. We mark this as cold storage because we're starting to move pods in here. This is not an actual freezer. Next time I find a decomposing woolly cow box in here, I'm leaving it on the air conditioning intake for a week. Architectural record. Structural changes needed to accommodate hibernation chambers in the Labyrinth facility. An analysis from engineers Redfield, Crane, and Geist. Beginning with the requirement that every chamber receive a constant supply of, at minimum, 34 kilowatts, and that occupants of these chambers be injected with a steady supply of UDL's patented Vito hibernation fluid, and this run-on sentence carries on for 12 pages before concluding, and thus, in order to maintain structural integrity throughout the entire area designated the pit, we recommend that chambers are installed in cylindrical fashion around a supporting structure. Dug into the crust of Tartarus to a maximum depth of, this conclusion extends for another 2 pages. Come here, chat. I'll show you my pit. My armpit. Stinky armpit. Case. That's a medical drone. I don't think it can attack.
Greetings protocol. Greetings.
Greetings. All right, say your goodbye protocol, because he's not going to get back up soon. Get out of the way, Vicar. Vicar Max got in my way with every shot. Wow, 3 shots kills me. Jesus. The enemies are very for real here. Very for real. Vicar Max eating my bullets by standing in front of me is not helpful, though. That's certainly a thing that shouldn't have happened. Make sure I read this just in case. Just in case I need that dialogue read for something. Sometimes you do. Oh, solitary confinement prisoner manifest. Pod 1 S. Hog in reason. Possession of anti-UDL communications. Duration 17. Out William T. In William T. In reason inciting violence. In Black M. In duration 5. In reason random selection. Oh, I see. Pod 2. Error. Error. Undefined error. 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 It's much better.
Ready for this.
Oh, they know.
I'm going.
Get over here, guys.
One captain.
Pop them. Pop them good. Really, dude?
Everyone all right?
Good job.
Hey, right there.
Good job, guys. Good job, enemy guy sitting back there and shooting at the guard railing. You really made a difference. Riley, you did. Such a big difference. Thing over here I want. Ooh, I took his head clean off. Nice. I enter there? There's a terminal in there. I want to see. Hi there.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
It's hired to test your security procedures. Congrats, you passed.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Thank you for your vigilant service. Carry on.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad we could get along with each other. Glad we could get along with each other. Yeah, there's an entrance over there. Yeah, there we go. What's in here? Any people? There's people. Someone I can talk to. Hey, what's up?
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If y'all would quit bothering me, I'd get this done sooner.
What are you doing?
Fixing the FPS system. FPS system. Ugh, it's redundant, Melody. Can you just let me work? I'm almost done.
I don't know what an FPS is.
Forced pacification system. If the prisoners riot, we gas them. It went a little haywire after the last deployment, so here I am.
I should probably want to get rid of that.
I need to finish this, so get out of here, will you? What?
Nothing. Seems like the kind of thing I wouldn't want operational. By using UDL's patent force pacification system, you agree to the following terms and conditions. Number 1, UDL is not responsible for harm caused by this and that. Did I ever change our game over? Oh, save. That real quick. There we go. That feel when Twitch doesn't save things. Okay, UDL is not responsible for harm caused by this FPS to any personnel, nor to any personnel human resources. Number 2, this FPS is only to be used in emergency situations. Number 3, proper utilization of the FPS will not confer punitive action on its user, even in the event of injuries. Number 4, as this system utilizes a powerful steam-based delivery mechanism, please alert your nearest mechanical engineer. System's valves will need replacing after every use. Boop. Error, pacification deployment requires an authorized password. Oh, I see. Password, you say? You have a password in your butt? Hey, the terminal's asking me for a passcode. Do you know it?
Of course. Why?
I need to use it. I'm going to stand here and annoy you until you give it to me.
Oh, for law's sake. Fine. Just don't go shooting up the place with gas, all right? The password is tartar sauce. One word. All lowercase. Have at it.
Thanks. UDL's patented safety-conscious petrification gas is now being deployed. Yay! Yay! The areas will now be flooded with neurotoxins. I used it.
What?
Oh, nothing. I thought you'd be interested in me using it. Well, thanks anyway. Rotating password list. A list of passwords for something called a RAM. There are 3 columns, but only one is legible. The rest have been scratched out. Today's password from the column is 3 Borst. I will remember that. Three is Borst. I'm going to sell some of these mods. In fact, I probably want to sell them all. Hooray! Now, if I happen to come across a workbench, I can upgrade my sniper rifle again. Big damages. Big, strong damages. I'm not sure if that neurogas actually hit anyone. I think it was just to hit everyone out here, but I already killed them all, so, you know. Nope, doesn't seem like it actually affected any.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Oh, wow, Zora's here to help. They didn't even notice.
We've got a fight on our hands. That's the last of them.
Looks like your path's at an end.
We've got a fight.
All right, I think we took care of all the rabble. I like that if you have allies, they actually come to help during this section. I wasn't expecting anything like that. That's neat. Wonder if that means I could have, like, Spacer's Choice people show up. I guess Edgewater citizens would show up if you saved them. That's a possibility. Wait a second. A living guard. That can't exist. Damn. Missed every shot. NA aim. Are you gonna shoot at me, bud? No? Okay, we'll just line this up. Restricted access. I am the restricted access. Oh, wow. That guy was turned to ash.
Our trigger fingers are getting a mite antsy.
We're with you, Captain. Kick some ass.
I will. Let's start with this ass. Thoroughly kicked. Alright, whose ass is next? Show me your ass. Got one over there, one right here.
Making my way there.
You didn't see me miss a single shot. 100% accuracy. Say otherwise, I'll deny it up and down.
Be right there.
Ah. Geez, Max, you were not kidding when you said you'd be right there, quote unquote. Oh, that's the sneaky way through. Well, my sneaky way is better because it leaves corpses behind. Filthy, filthy corpses. Hey, why don't you two stay over there? I've got talking to do. Talking.
Better take a look.
Yeah, you better take a look. Quick, go take a look.
Incoming, Captain.
I needed to refill my disguise bar, and the best way to do it is murder. Also, they just deserve to die. Most of them deserve to die. Probably. Sealed door. Okay, there. Unsealed. Oh, look at that. Cameras and a green screen. Where the magic happens. An assortment of adhesive notes. It appears whoever works here uses adhesive notes to stay organized. A couple of the more intelligible notes. Rockwell visit to do. Confiscate badges done. Reprint badges pending. Change maintenance locks pending new locks. Order new locks done. Reevaluate lockdown procedure. Update docking authority with new lockdown procedure. Intake bet. Over under weekly. Bottles 5. SIGs 21. Weapons 4. Ah, prison life. As a reminder, being fired from Labyrinth staff is punishable by life in prison. Access to secure data is fireable. Message, what do we got? Cameras. Jim, I'm trying to get straight with the Conde's orders. Only a few things more from my end, but I don't know what we'll do about cameras. He says security footage ain't enough. They want proper reels. What's going on? W. 3 cameras. She's bringing in a VIP for internment. Security's ramping up too. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's a fine mess down here. Said something about recording an announcement. They're all overly excited. It's hush-hush, but I guess this VIP's been on the run for a while. I bet the engineers have a few cameras. I'll see if I can track some down. Jim, I appreciate it. You know her. We miss a check on the list, it's our heads. You have no idea how tough it is getting a fucking green tarp. W. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, rah. Now your green tarps don't matter because I took the cameras out. Haha. Up we go. What's that? Is that a camera? Could be. Survey the area. We've got a medical drone over there. A guy there. There. Just a couple technicians, though. Technicians.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get him! Aaron, fight!
Thanks, Sanjar! Let me help your guys, because they're not doing too well right now.
We'll be over quick.
We're pretty good at this.
Nice one!
Waste of company ammo.
Thanks for the help, Sanjar. After I have destroyed and remade the board into my own image, you'll have a place. Up.
Waste of company ammo.
Oh, well. Bad for you. You died to radiation. Thanks for the help, Gas. Ooh, that's an arm. Arm holding on to a lot of things.
Everything in my life has been leading up to this point. I believe I am ready for this.
Whatever comes of this, I'm just real glad to know you all.
Hey, Parvati. Glad to have you here. Been a good friend for the whole journey.
After all you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon.
Doomed? Yeah, I'm just rooting out corruption one idiot at a time.
Idiot? I'm not the one marching to my death in a maximum security prison. In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness. In this one, however, I have only 2 words for you. Fuck off.
Whoa now, no call for hostility.
No call for... You unbelievable bastard. Sophia should be the one wasting her time with you, but you killed her.
Sure did.
I'll have you hanged, quartered, bankrupted. Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done here. Then I'll drag you to the executioner myself.
Oh, of course, how long until you're done?
Is that sarcasm? Do you know what I do to people who employ the lowest, most base form of humor? I fire them. Alas, as you are woefully unemployed, I'll have to do the next best thing and have you killed. In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint with your skull. It was fucking expensive.
Oh, I just can't wait to kill you. It's going to be the highlight of my year. All right, see you soon. See you soon, sweetie. The finest mechanical purveyor of death, huh? Probably going to be dangerous, but let's see.
Nicely done. Great work.
Hacking skill too low, I can fix that. Bam. Riot automechanical RAM is online. UDL is not responsible for lethal force dispensed by the RAM unit. If the automechanicals in this area need maintenance or the... Oh boy. We can do some fun things here. Alright, let's... First things first. We'll give it the old college try and see what a fight against this thing is like. No hack 100? Oh, I can get hack 100 easily. Let's see how strong this thing is. Oh, I see. So that's why it's called RAM.
Sure. We're not getting through.
Dooby-doo-doo. Ah, combat drones too, huh? That's annoying. Combat drones on top of it push it a little bit over the edge. Here's the thing, I think this guy would shit himself a lot harder if I had already killed all of his things. So I think we're gonna go for it. Oop. That's annoying. Come on now. Whoop. Just the ram seems easy? Yeah, kinda. My drugs keep me healthy. Alright, where's he at? Ah! He's behind me. He must have charged across the whole place. Yeah, this isn't gonna do a whole lot to him, is it? Yep. Alright, this should be the final wave of friends that he gets. Round we go. No, there are no hand grenades in this game. Or grenades of any types, really. Oh, shit. God, I love sniper rifles. Okay. Those hurt. Those hurt a little bit. The weapons are a little lacking in variety, yeah, but I mean, that's also New Vegas and whatnot. And we win. And it ragdolled just like an idiot. Hibernation chamber key. Got him. All right. Now, part of the reason we killed it is that I said I would kill his little whatevers and make my way to him, so here we go. Show hacks, though? Well, the hacks are either A, make all these drones attack that and weaken it greatly, if not kill it, or B, take over the main thing and take that with me. But this, killing it makes me the big badass and scary thing. Then we'll make our friend very afraid of us. That's my logic, at least. Down this way. Curiosity. Nothing. Okay, then. Oh, hold on one sec. Need to repair my stuff. There we go.
Why must I always do everything myself?
That was it?
We made it!
You took one bullet? Can't even disintegrate his body now. Didn't even scream in agony. Ah. So disappointed by him. Hey, Finn, how you doing? Just get you out of there, bud.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man? You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
You kidding? The board never stood a chance against.
Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing.
Oh.
2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Earth is only an idea to us. But that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
I need to ask you something.
Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can.
What do you think happened?
I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists anymore. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here.
What if... Now, this is a big what if chat, but what if this is like... saying this happens in conjunction with the Fallout stuff that happened, and nuclear war basically blasted Earth down into nothing but the desert colonies of Fallout world. That would be neato, huh? You mentioned a frigate disappearing.
You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them.
Other possibilities are horrible cosmic shit. Aliens. Well, I didn't get this advanced, I know. That's why I say it was an alternate reality style thing. Something else I know about the other colonists, Finney.
I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours.
I forgive you, Finn.
Thank you. Perhaps in time I'll learn to forgive myself. My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can.
Nah, we got work to do.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Hey, you can count on me. I'll help revive the other colonists and get everyone on their feet.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Well, it would be more exciting if the colony wasn't completely fucked at the moment.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand
Why is this person...
plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable.
Just standing
From the
there.
moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the
Save
cause
us, idiots.
of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide Medevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away, and likely
Adelaide,
died
come
of
on.
starvation.
I had hoped that you would accept
Nevertheless,
anyone that
Adelaide's
came over.
camp grew into a well-established town.
Said they weren't going to
Adelaide
ingratiate
McDevitt
themselves to the
refused
board.
cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of
I starved a bunch of people? Oh, I knew I was going to starve a
Adelaide
bunch
would
of
never
people.
know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time
They
indeed.
even had to get jobs.
Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually,
Felix is a
realized
good guy over.
that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with. and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace.
Hey, we
Once
helped
the
Max
matter
out
with the
well.
Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart.
We did it.
Mioka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what
I'm
was
glad
left of the
Sam
colony.
gets an epilogue too.
This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis.
Yeah,
before
Clark
it.
seemed like a good guy. I'm glad we
As for Dr.
sided
Phineas
with him.
Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that
We
followed
did it,
were
chat.
hard,
We're the
but
strongest
Halcyon
and the
survived
smartest.
by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
We did it, chat. That actually did something that very few games nowadays do, and it had an epilogue for each of the characters and whatnot, right? That doesn't happen very often, where you get a closing bit of story for what happens to your characters after the end of the game. I'm glad it had that. I wonder what epilogue if you kill them all. Oh yes, I'm sure that the other ones are very different. Yeah, Fire Emblem doing it too doesn't mean that every game does it. Most games don't. The majority of games don't. This was a good game. Very enjoyable game. And you can definitely tell it was made by the people that made the first couple Fallout games. I want to say that the story feels very Fallout 1 in the terms of how aggressively it hits you with its themes. For those of you that may have never played Fallout 1 before, Fallout 1 is very in your face about nuclear war bad. This game, very in your face about corporate overlords bad. Expecting sequelitis when they were talking about Earth, but they actually kept it a mystery. M-ski for a lifetime supply of salt. Fun. I wouldn't be surprised at all if this gained some sort of a sequel. Because, I mean, the game's good. I hope it... Well, it didn't even need to sell well because of the Epic Games Store deal, but I hope anyone that had the ability to do the Microsoft Store deal did it and played it, because it's very good. It's, this is an honest contender for Game of the Year this year. And that was only one way we could have played the game. There's obviously different ways we can play. We can play as a melee build. We can play as a pure dialogue and tech build. In fact, it was proven straight up. As we were going through stuff, every time that I killed my way through enemies, I went and found a different way that I could have done it. I could have snuck through and incapacitated people. I could... with hacking into something or through dialogue skills. I could have hacked my way through the final boss instead of fighting it. I could have stealthed my way past a lot of different things. I could have lockpicked my way past certain things. I could have dialogued my way through a lot of stuff. There's lots of options in the game. This is the kind of thing that I really enjoy. It's the kind of thing that made Deus Ex really good. It's the kind of thing that made the original Fallouts really good. And it puts Bethesda absolutely to shame. If you compare the options you have in this game to Fallout 4. Fallout 4's options are almost entirely you must shoot the thing to get past the thing. And the writing was good. Everyone that had a motivation had a, for the most part, reasonable, or understandable, I should say, motivation, right? Like, even, the corporate military woman we killed before the end of the game, she still had the motivation of the board is useless. I need to take over and use my military might and make tough decisions to save the colony. Then there's the board who's like, we're already on top, we need to remain on top. The only way to do that is to remove mouths to feed with this rotational cryo sleep project that we've got going on and whatnot. And there was a good variety to the personalities and the different characters you met and stuff like that. And the game wasn't even small. It was certainly smaller than some other Western RPGs that are similar to it. It's smaller than New Vegas by a bit. Smaller than Fallout 4 even. But the quality is quite good. I think the quality even beats out New Vegas and Fallout 4. But the best part about it is that this unequivocally puts out that Bethesda doesn't need to exist anymore. And by all rights, probably shouldn't exist anymore after their last couple of debacles. This completely and utterly makes me just have less than zero even excitement for the next Bethesda game. One of the biggest things about Bethesda was that they're the only company doing these styles of games, but that's not true anymore. That's not true anymore. Obsidian is doing it, and Obsidian's doing it better. And this game definitely did it better than Fallout did. Very good game. Very good game. Probably want to do another playthrough of it, too. Or, just to see the differences and to do like a melee build and see what that's like and whatnot. But Doom Eternal? That's not a Bethesda game, that's an id game. Bethesda is just publishing it. They're not developing it. When I say a Bethesda game, I mean a Bethesda developed game. When you say Bethesda developed game, that's, you know, your Elder Scrolls and Fallouts and whatnot. And that's the closest thing that you can compare to this, and that's obviously the style of game. Elder Scrolls and Fallout are both very similar games in a lot of respects, but with different settings and a few other differences, right? So yeah, Outer Worlds, fantastic game. Pick it up. If you haven't picked it up, pick it up. It's good shit.